In this video, we will see how to use linear gradients to create image masks in Elementor and CSS. This way you can create some kind of feather effect on your image, such as this one. Let's see how to do that. So let's open our Elementor page and I will use image widget. I will then choose my image, set the image size to full and go to the advanced panel. If you're using Elementor Pro, you will have this custom CSS field here. If you're using a free version, this field won't be enabled. In that case, you will have to paste your CSS code using a third-party plugin. For example, I'm using Simple Custom CSS and JavaScript plugin, and I will put the link in the description. Let's start by typing selector and image. Then I will type mask image, and I want to use a linear gradient. Now here I will use linear gradient going from black to transparent, from the top to the bottom of my image. So in this case, I will type black, transparent. And basically what this does is that the black part will be showing my image fully. The transparent part will be actually the feathering effect. Now it is not showing anything yet for the simple reason that we need to also type WebKit mask image and use the same code. So linear gradient, and I will use black to transparent. Now you can see that it is showing. Let me just adjust the width of this image so that we can see what we are doing. Also, let me try to adjust this gradient a little bit. So let's say that I don't want it to be so sudden, I don't want it to go from the top of my image. I want it to be a little bit closer to the bottom part so that the image is showing fully to, let's say, 1/2 of the top part, and then it starts slowly feathering towards the bottom. So in this case, I can control where the gradient actually starts. And I will simply type here next to the black value, something like 60%, which means basically that my gradient will start at 60% and then it will end at 100%, where it will be completely transparent. If I set this to something like 30%, then it will start closer to the top of my image. If I set it to something like 70%, it will start a little bit closer to the bottom edge of my image. This way I can control where the gradient actually starts, and I can control its position. Now let's see how to rotate this gradient effect. In this case, before the black and transparent part of my CSS code, I will simply type something like, let's say, 90 degrees or DEG, and then put comma. This will rotate this effect 90 degrees basically, or if I want to set it, it can also be something like 45 degrees, it can be 180 degrees as it was originally, or 270 and so on. So simply by setting the degree value before the gradient itself and before the colors black and transparent, we can actually rotate this effect. Now don't forget to actually copy this same code that you're using for WebKit mask image and to paste it to this mask image part of the code. This will simply make sure that your code and your effect is compatible with all browsers. That's why we have to use both mask image and WebKit mask image. Basically, we are duplicating those lines of code. So that's it. I hope you like this video. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe.